Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Herbie's Community Cooking Corner for March 11th, 2025. I am, of course, Herbie Allen, and this is going to be probably a shorter call today, as we're going to talk about the air fryer, some recipes you can use, and we can talk about resources. And if you have any air fryer recipes that you would like to share, then by all means you can do so. And if you have any questions, of course, then you can ask those too. And we actually will make something in the air fryer as well this morning. We're going to just make hamburgers today. But I have done a little bit more complicated things in the air fryer as well recently, and that's turned out pretty good. Including a fried chicken recipe that tasted pretty good. So, first of all, just what is the air fryer? If you don't know, the air fryer is a high-tech method of cooking where it uses air to basically circulate and kind of make it taste like the food was deep fried, but without the oil. That being said, there are some recipes, especially for potatoes, that do call for a little bit of oil, but not the same amount that you would find in an actual deep fried recipe. What can you cook in the air fryer? I will tell you that I've seen quite a number of things cooked in it. Everything from frozen things like fries, onion rings, fish, chicken patties, chicken nuggets, things like that. Like I said, I did an actual fried chicken recipe in it the other week with actual real pieces of chicken. I've seen recipes for ribs, pork roasts. Like I said, I'm going to do hamburgers in mine just a little bit here. Reheating food as well, and reheating fried chicken. Now, that's really good, let me tell you. KFC could have been a little bit better done in the air fryer, but it's still pretty good. So, there's quite a number of things you can do with it. A lot of my sources for air fryer recipes, well, Facebook is actually one of my biggest ones right now. There's quite a few air fryer recipe groups on there. So there's air fryer recipes for beginners. They don't really take much in the way of work. So let's start, though, with the ones I'm going to do today, and that are going to be hamburgers. And these are going to be fresh hamburger patties, not the frozen ones. So I'm going to get them out. These come in a tray of 4 patties, and I'm going to start by heating the air fryer up.
In video games again, Harry?
Video games, yep. As we welcome my co-facilitator, Heidi, all the way from New Hampshire. And Heidi, how are things in the World Wide Web today? Or the spider
They're
web?
warming up, actually. It's going to be about mid-50s today, so not bad.
All right. And we have Danette hosting and Diane connecting. So welcome to both of you. Glad to have you on board. So, yes, that beeping you heard was the air fryer starting up. There are a lot of different brands out there, and a lot of different sizes, too. It really helps to have a full-sized air fryer. I did have a mini one that was pretty good, actually, but last year my mom got me a Ninja air fryer for my birthday from QVC. I think she got it from, which is pretty good. I like the fact that it's full size, so it gives me some more options for cooking, and it just cooks better. What I liked better about my mini one is it just had one slider on it, and that was it. You plugged it in, you turned the dial to what you wanted, which I usually just left it on the highest temperature anyway, and that was that. The other thing is that machine, this one does turn off when you take out the basket, but the other one actually completely turned off, so I liked that aspect, and I forget which brand it was. Okay, now what did I do with my seasoning for the burger? I just had it. Oh, there it is. So this hamburger patty, this air fryer is going to fit about 4 hamburger patties. So I'm going to, first of all, of course, wash up. So this newer one, it has buttons on it, and the button, you have to know what the buttons do. These air fryers can do multiple things as well too. It can dehydrate, I think, and so yeah, there's buttons on the left side for controlling the temperature. The buttons on the right side control how long the unit actually runs for. I usually, though, I rely more on my Alexa timer or Google Voice or Apple Watch than I do the air fryer's built-in timer. The unit itself has a basket or like a plate thing inside. It's kind of like a basket with a hole in the center. So you just place your food on that, and it'll get washed afterwards. Okay. So I'm now taking the plastic wrap off the hamburger patty tray. And I've got some Red Robin seasoning here that I'm going to put on the burger. And I'm going to open the lid and take off the plastic paper that's sealing it. And I'm going to season each patty for just a little bit before I place it in the basket. And this thing has two sides. So there's one with a smaller amount of holes and a bigger amount. Okay. One thing I gotta be careful of is these wrapper patties have pieces of paper on them. Which is really, okay, fine. It's whatever it is. But, so there's paper separating the patties, so you just gotta be on the lookout for that. I'm just gonna put a little bit of seasoning on each side of the patty, and then place it in the basket. And, patties, so sometimes, like, I've done hamburger patties before on these calls. Like, sometimes they'll come in, actual trays, depending on what you get. Some will come in a package. Just depends on the brand. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cook all 4 patties. Okay. So this one also there's just one piece of paper, but I've seen some hamburger patties that have multiple pieces of paper, so you just never know. And I'm washing my hand that's touching and what's nice is all the grease is going to go inside the air fryer, so you still will have to wash out the whole unit. But, now my first air fryer was one that, I still have it. It's part of a grill unit. And I will tell you, I did not like that air fryer as much. It did not cook well. And, oops, I missed a piece of paper on one of the patties. So, I'm looking for that, getting that off. Okay. And, now that we've got them in there, and one thing too, like, these are fresh, they are not frozen, so that makes it, when they're frozen, I find it a lot harder to identify the paper and stuff too, so you definitely want them defrosted, in my opinion. Now we're going to push the unit into the tray. There's like a little compartment that it goes into, and you just do it by feel. And I think I'll leave the temperature the default 390. That's what this one is set to. Hey Google, set timer for 20 minutes. Alright. So now we're just going to let them air fry. And We'll prepare the rest of our accoutrements in just a little bit here, as we will have proper hamburgers today. Um, Red Robin has nothing on me. Let me tell. No, just kidding. Anyway, let's pause right here and see if there are any questions.
Buttons? Is it app controlled? How do you know what temperature you're setting of it?
So this one has buttons. And I had to ask my mom when she got this one for me which side, what the buttons did. So on the right hand side, there's like a set of 3 buttons. There's a set of long buttons in the middle, and then there's a set of 3 buttons on the left. So I learned that the button on the far right in the center is the one that turns it on. But I need to press my timer buttons first to get it to activate. So it was a little bit of a trial and error there.
Change the temperature?
The buttons on the left-hand side do that.
Does it remember the last temperature that you have?
No, it defaults back to 390.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
All right.
Ready for your next hand?
Yes.
Melissa?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the air fryer, can you use it for like chicken and all that stuff? And then you could also use like the air fryer, like you can use the temperature if it's like the temperature if the temperature is like normal, right? In the air fryer, you have to put in the button. You have to push the buttons like for like cooking in the temperature, and also like if you make the hamburgers or burritos and tacos out of there, and also chicken.
Yes.
Now, how's the temperature like when you put the chicken inside?
I mean, of course, it's going to depend on whether your chicken is frozen or not. But most things, sometimes I think with the chicken, I did up the recipe to I think I did up the temperature to 400. I'd have to.
Okay, so the hamburgers should be
The hamburgers are pretty straightforward, so I don't think I'll need to up the temperature.
Okay. And also for the burritos and tacos, do you have to up it?
So like with frozen burritos, you probably don't. Some things will have air fryer recipes, some won't.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes it's a good idea to look to see if it has a recipe on the packaging.
Okay.
Next, you have Angel.
All right, Angel. So we go from West Coast to East Coast.
I'm from the Bronx, New York, as you know, the East Coast.
That's why I said we go from West Coast. Well, Melissa was on the West Coast. That's why I said we went from West Coast to East Coast.
Now my sister, yes, she has an air fryer, but she will not let me use it because of the buttons. Because unfortunately, the way that she does it is she just uses the air fryer, and I don't, because I don't know how she's gonna be able to put the buttons on, like to put bomb dots on, so I can eventually use it. So I just need to know what kind of air fryer should my sister get me, so I could be able eventually to use one, and which retailer should I get, one or one for the blind that has tactile, because I understand that yours has one.
So that would be a really, It's Electric is a call that will really delve deeper into the types of air fryers that are out there today. I know a lot of people swear by the Cuisinart models. It's just, for me, it's so hard to keep track of what is out there, what's currently being made. For a beginner, I would see if there is still one that like has just a slider on it that you can just press an on button and you're good to go. I don't know if they still make those or not, because when I got mine, it was a couple years ago, which they might. So I'd look for something that's a little bit simplified, honestly, and that you can just learn, or one that has physical buttons that you can just learn by feel which button is which. And like mine, for instance, I know which buttons are on the right hand side, which ones are on the left hand side. So that's what I recommend. And then Genie and its electric, she delves a lot more into the specific types of air fryers and other cookery that is out there. So you might want to give her a try as well.
The next hand, I think it says LB Dogs.
All right. Well, welcome.
I think you said Ladon, is that right?
Oh, yes, Ladon. Okay, welcome.
Okay, I was going to say that I use, sorry, Air Fryer, I got that because it's Alexa enabled, and I just talk to it. I can cook chicken drumsticks in Air Fryer, 25 minutes at 400 degrees. It's nice and crispy outside and juicy inside. And so it's so easy to just tell it what you want it to do, and it does it. So I really highly recommend that because I've been very successful with that. A lot of times, if I want to know if I'm going to cook something, I go to my Alexa device and inquire, how long would I cook so-and-so? And it gives me some suggestions. I wouldn't go back that exactly, but they are pretty darn close for things to make them. You can use immersion thermometer if you are really concerned about cooking and wanting to make sure things are cooked through. But I pretty much go by the times, and it's worked out really good for the last month or 2 months that I've had this air fryer. So I highly recommend Kathari's Alexa enabled.
All right, excellent.
No other hands right now?
All right. Very good. Okay, so yeah, an air fryer that you can just tell what to do. You gotta love that, definitely. Okay, so while the burgers are cooking, let's go over a couple of air fryer recipes that I've saved that are worth going over. Now, at some point, I know Heidi was going to talk to us about air fryer donuts.
I believe I sent you that recipe.
Yes, I think you did.
I think we did that one too.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we may have. I know I did the other one that Tori gave me a while back, but I think you're right. We did do the air fryer donuts.
I think I have an apple pie for the air fryer too that I'll have to send you once I find it again.
All right.
Okay.
So one recipe that I recently did was air fryer chicken thighs. And what these call for is 2 pounds bone-in or boneless chicken thighs, 2 teaspoons avocado or olive oil. I used olive oil. 1 tablespoon salt. 1 tablespoon dry thyme. 1 teaspoon dry thyme. 1 teaspoon smoked paprika. A half teaspoon garlic powder. I used a little bit more. 1/4 teaspoon onion powder. 1/4 teaspoon black pepper. So this one tells you to preheat the air fryer to 400 degrees, which is 200 degrees Celsius. So place the chicken thighs into a large bowl and pat dry with paper towels. Drizzle with the oil and mix to coat the seasoning that I just mentioned in the ingredients list. So you'll mix the seasonings up and then kind of coat it all in the chicken. Put the chicken in the air fryer in a single layer. And that is important to do with a single layer, so you want things to be able to vent well. So I was able to fit 4 chicken thighs into mine. And it definitely says do not crowd the air fryer biscuit. Air fry the bone and chicken thighs for 15 to 20 minutes, turning after 10 minutes until the internal temperature reaches at least 170. And if it's the boneless chicken thighs, you can just air fry them for about 12 to 14 minutes instead. And then it says rest for 5 minutes out of the air fryer before serving. So that is just one example of making fried chicken in the air fryer. People swear by doing things like making bacon in the air fryer. So they've done that. Okay, and then some of the recipes that I just recently saved have gone away. Okay, that's not nice.
You do have 2 raised hands.
All right.
First one is Julie Klein.
Yep.
Hey, good morning or day, everybody. So my question for you is, you said that the grease from your meat goes into the air fryer unit, right? So how do you clean that? I assume since it plugs in, it's not dishwasher safe?
The basket itself probably would be the... So there's 2 parts to the air fryer. There's the unit itself, well, 3 parts. There's the unit itself that generates the heat, and then there's the drawer that, that goes into the unit. So that part doesn't have any electrical parts to it because you just take it out. Have you ever seen a regular deep fryer?
No.
So deep fryer, again, it has like a basket that you lift in and out of the oil. So think of the air fryer as a similar concept. So there's like a drawer that you take out, and in the drawer or the compartment, there's a basket. It's not a basket. It's more like a little plate that the things drip through, so it's not touching the actual bottom of the compartment. So those parts are what you would wash, and I think mine would be too big for a dishwasher. The basket part probably could be. But
So can you just use Dawn or something, or some kind of dish soap?
Yeah, I just use dish soap. Yeah, you can just use Dawn or something like that, and they're pretty easy to clean unless you burn something or whatever.
Next hand is Melissa.
Yes.
Okay, when you use the air fryer for the air fryer donuts, you have to fry them with the air fryer, right?
Yeah, you put them in the air fryer, and I'll read that recipe again in a minute.
I was wondering if I can have the recipes.
Yep.
If you can send them to me. That way I can have them so I can practice using the air fryer.
Okay, so I set this air fryer for 2 little times, so we're going to hit the button again and turn it back on, because I left it a lot of time to reheat, so...
Oh, I see how you set the temperature. Okay.
So... Alright, I'll go over the air fryer donuts in a minute.
Okay. So I was
2
thinking...
more hands.
Alright, we got more hands. Excellent.
Okay.
Tony.
Alright, Tony, or is it DJ? I'm guessing it's Tony, because I don't see DJ.
It's me, and he's knocking on the door. Good Lord. Hi, Bestie. My question, my statement is that doing all that work and cleaning the air fryer, you can also get liners, and that would save half the cleaning.
Definitely.
You know?
Yep.
So, you know, that because I have one, so, and I have a Cuisinart, you know, so, and I used, you know, the liners for mine, you know, so, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, real quick before you go, have you ever done bacon in your air fryer?
Yes, I have. Your food is in the oven. I mean, in the microwave. Yes, I
All right.
have.
Excellent. And so is it a way that you recommend?
I did bacon. I did uh French fries, and yeah, I do a lot of stuff in mine. Yes.
Excellent.
Uh-huh. I love it.
All right. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay,
Doug
who's...
says
We
hi,
have a
Herbie.
hand in Clubhouse.
All right, and hi, DJ. All right, who have we got in Clubhouse?
We have Becky Hawkins.
I was guessing that.
Hi, Herbie.
Hello.
I was going to let you know, Herbie, you have the Ninja, right?
Yes.
Okay, I do too, and Robbie read the instructions, and, excuse me, they do not, or they recommend do not put it in the dishwasher.
All right, good to know. I don't have a dishwasher, so
And,
I've never experimented with that, so...
and another helpful cleaning that is excellent on everything is Barkeeper's Friend. It's in a container, kind of like Comet, and it's a powder, and it will really get all the grease off and clean it very well, just like it's brand new.
Oh, nice.
And I have cooked breaded mushrooms, shrimp, onion rings, wings, French fries, pork loin, pork chops, burgers. I cook a lot in mine too and love it.
All right, excellent.
And thank you, Herbie.
You're welcome. Yeah, you sound much louder this week than you did last week, so...
Well, I'm on my phone instead of my Ray-Bans.
Ah,
Won't be using them on call.
nope. All right. All right, well, thank you, Becky. Okay, who else?
Circo.
Circu.
Hello. First of all, I love my air fryer.
All right.
I have a Philips air fryer, which got two knobs, one to adjust the temperature and one to adjust the time. But actually, you don't need to adjust the time on the fryer because you can just set the timer on your phone or whatever. That's how I use it. And so I also got those liners that Tony talked about because it's kind of saves your from cleaning if you have very like a greasy thing to put there. But I have made the most delicious fish on my fryer, fresh salmon, and that only took like let's say 15 minutes. I had a pound of fish, and I just spiced it a little bit with put a little olive oil and salt and other ingredients which I didn't measure and don't remember like the actual amounts of them. But yeah, it came out so good. But I put in the temperature like to 280, sort of 280, 290 there somewhere. And when I fry my like French fries or whatever, so I take the basket off the air fryer and kind of shake it so that they move there, so they get like cooked everywhere. Or if I cook something like that fish or egg or something, then I put it over during the cooking, so it kind of gets fried or cooked on both sides as well. So that's my share. Thank you for this call.
Oh, you're welcome. And I think this is your first time on my call.
Yes, it is, because I heard air fryer. Yes, I'm gonna be there.
All right. Well, I hope you're able to come back to future calls. And hey, Google, stop. If you have any finished dishes or anything you'd like to cook for us on the call too, we'd love to have you. So I know if I mentioned that you're cooking for us, people would flock to this thing like nobody's business. So
yeah, we're kind of. It's hard sometimes to find the measurements because I just cook. It's like composing music. I just put whatever, see what's in my.
That totally makes sense, and nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No. I love to do that. But the
All
fish,
right.
yes, that came out so good.
I bet it did, and I'm gonna try that. Now, did you do like is your salmon the salmon with the skin on, or was it like the skinless?
It was on.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I took it off afterwards, and when I took it over, my friend said, "Well, oh, it looks golden." So yes.
I bet I'm gonna try that.
So thanks for letting me share.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime. All right. So, well, if we got any more hands, just if you can wait patiently, we'll get to you in just a second. I gotta get food ready. So let's talk about preparing the burger here, and depending on what condiments you want, it'll depend on how you do this. So, for Chanel's burger, we do a little bit of mayo. Well, actually, a lot of mayo. Chanel, did you want ketchup today? Okay. So no ketchup, but if I was to do ketchup, then I'd just squeeze the proper amount from the bottle. The mayonnaise comes, I have it in a jar, but you can also get a smaller amount in the squeeze bottle, depending on the brand. And I just use the spoon to get it out and kind of spread it on the bread. So that's what I do. Yeah, we've gotten into the tradition of we do bread and fish every Saturday. So I've been doing my salmon in the oven, and I just might have to try though the air fryer method of olive oil, sea salt. So that really, yeah, Circu was talking about that. So. And for those of you that don't know Circu, well, yeah.
It's a gentle. Word.
Yes, Cir.
No, you just say the R lightly.
Cir. Cir. Circu. Anyway, but she of course comes. She calls in from Finland, and you hear her a lot, of course, on the karaoke, sometimes gospel sing, definitely, and ACB Presents, and a few other calls, and I'm so glad that she was able to make this call. We try to vary things up to try to appeal to different people. Okay, so I just now took out one of the hamburger patties, and looks done to me. There's a little bit of grease on the top that, okay. But we're going to now, so for her burger, she likes the American cheese singles. So these come in individual packets that I just take the packaging off the cheese. Slice.
We call that in this house midnight cheese.
And, what was that?
I said we call that in this house midnight cheese.
Ah.
When we get up in the middle of the night and we just need a quick snack, it's like, what are we gonna do? Oh yeah, we have midnight cheese.
All right.
Put a piece of cheese up, eat it, and go back to bed.
And American cheese, by the way, that's what they use on McDonald's burgers. So then and in the Chanel's case, I used pieces of bread because that's what she wanted. In my case, I'm gonna do a bun in a little bit, but all right, give this a try.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, it's gonna put some barbecue sauce on my burger, and we'll see if we get approval first of all on the.
Yeah. So I don't think I've gotten any of the burger yet. Let's see. It's kind of buried in the bread.
Yeah. Did you want that cut in? I should have asked if you wanted that cut in half or not, but.
I said I'd have the full sandwich if you didn't make.
Yeah, but I didn't know if you'd still want it. Easier to eat type thing, but yeah.
Hamburger's good.
Okay, there. She says the hamburger's good, so that's good. All right. Do we have any other raised hands?
Yes.
All right.
Next is Lynn.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, I had 2 comments, if you don't mind, really quickly.
I do not mind.
Okay. Well, the first is that bacon, unfortunately, is very, very good in the air fryer. However, it really makes a mess in
Ah.
there. It does. It is not worth the cleanup to me. Okay.
Okay.
Because like when I do my clean my air fryer, also take a rag and try to get up and wipe the coils because grease gets on those coils as well.
Right.
Oh my gosh, what a mess! But the bacon was delicious. It really was sad. I made a difficult decision not to make it in there again because of that. But
Well, back when
it was very good.
Yep.
The other comment that I wanted to make, Herbie, is if you ever have a little extra time sometime, I'm a hamburger snob.
Yep.
And when I make my hamburgers, after I get my hamburgers done, I put a small amount of butter on my bun, and then I stick it in the air fryer, and put it for about maybe 40 or 50 seconds, and it toasts up the bun real nice.
Oh, we are so going to try that right now.
That sounds
anyway,
so good.
If you ever want to try that.
Oh, we're trying it live on this call right now, so.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
And I hope you don't mind, I was cooking, I'm talking about cooking your cousins on the air fryer.
No.
I know, you know.
But that's okay. I do it as well.
Oh, okay. Well, see, Lynn is bird lover, and I'm bird lover too, just in a different way,
Yeah.
I mean, I do like them tweeting and all that, and I wouldn't eat those birds, but yeah. Okay, so we're gonna try the butter thing here. One thing with bacon, if you have a Foreman grill, that's a great way to cook it because you don't have to worry about the pan frying and all that, and the grease just drips right into the tray, the drip tray. So that is a great way of cooking bacon for anybody that's interested and has one. Okay, so I'm going to remove the rest of the patties from the air fryer and put them on a plate.
What I do for bacon is we will cover a cookie sheet with tin foil, and we'll put a cooling rack on top of the tin foil lined cookie sheet, and we'll lay the bacon on the cooling rack, and we'll bake it, I believe at 350 for about 20 minutes, and it comes out awesome. Then all you got to do is take the tin foil away and just throw that out, and you can put the cooling rack right in the dishwasher. Just make sure your cooling rack isn't got plastic covering on it, and you'll be fine.
All right. So speaking of air fryer recipes, the one chicken recipe I did do is, and I'll try to read that one for you in a minute, is it used baking powder. So, okay, I'm going to kind of clean off this basket first a little bit because some of the seasoning and grease stuck to it, and I want to clean basket for, and it cools off pretty easy. It's still a little, like, I could have let it cool off a little bit more. But this will work. I can use cold water for now, and actually that'll help it cool down quicker. And then we're gonna do, Lynn's buns method here in just a minute. So, do we have any other raised hands?
Yes.
All
Lauren
right.
Ross.
Yes, welcome.
We do have someone in Clubhouse, by the way, too.
All right, we will get to the method.
This is Rick and Lauren. We actually love our air fryer. We do andouille sausage in it. We do all kinds of good stuff. We do filet mignon. We marinate it in Dale steak seasoning, and then we put Montreal steak seasoning on it. Cook it for about 14 minutes at 400 degrees. And then just at the very end, about 1 minute before, we put a pat of butter on top of the steaks. And then they come out and they taste like they were outdoor cooked because we also add a little bit of liquid smoke to that recipe.
Okay,
So it's
there you
really
go.
delicious.
All right, filet mignon in the air fryer. We're getting fancy on this call today. I love it. All right. I don't normally buy that, but I just might have to try it with the way you
can do it with
suggested.
any steak, really.
Yeah.
Whether it's porterhouse, T-bone.
I use ribeye a lot, so.
Yeah, ribeye is good, real good in the air fryer.
All right, well I'm gonna have to try that method then, and with the liquid smoke and everything. Okay. Awesome. All right, who have we got in Clubhouse?
Brittany Wolf, you may unmute.
Hey, I haven't been in here in a while, but you were talking about air fryers, so I wanted to say this might be a question for the It's Electric call, but I'm wondering, can you recommend any for a first-time air fryer, like, person user?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I think there's kind of a bit of a preference in there. You know, like Ladon earlier was talking about his. I forget which brand it was, but it uses Alexa, so he just talks to it and tells it what to do. CRQ has one that just has a couple of knobs on it, and so you really you don't need anything complicated. If you're able to get a full-size air fryer that's easy to use, that's even better. But yeah, you know, but something like that just has knobs might be a good place to start. But It's Electric would definitely delve more into that. A lot of people I know swear by the Cuisinart brand of air fryer, so that would be another good model potentially. So those are some recommendations I have. And if anybody else has anything they want to recommend, then definitely raise your hand in Zoom or Clubhouse and we will get to you. Also, another thing you can be thinking about is thinking about things to cook later on for the year. And I want to know if people would be interested in us exploring some healthy alternatives to cooking, like with more plant-based type things. So if that is something that you'd find interesting, make sure you let me know. And I'll see, and that'll determine if we go that direction or not. Delicious things, of course, you know, not just salads, but okay, a lot of grease did come into this air fryer thing, so I'm just giving it a good cleaning here. So, and half paying attention to it, half more focusing on you guys, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, who is next?
Dale.
Dale. All right, yeah.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. My first time here. I've been trying to get in here for a while, but now I'm here.
All right. I'm glad you can make it.
It's a good subject on the air fryer. I do have a question or two, but I do have what I've been learning. I'm a rookie of this, so the bacon, I found out if you cut it in half and save the other half, I found that much easier to cook with a half of bacon. Just slice it down the middle the minute you get it and freeze the other half, and I'm good to go.
All right.
As far as cleaning, I get it with the greasy and the mess. I found it easier just to soak it all up in a paper towel and then put I call it like a canister. By the way, I have a Bella 5-quart. It's just a 2-knob. I love it. It saves money for me because I was DoorDashing a lot, and I said, this is breaking my bank, DoorDashing. So found out it's easier to cook with the air fryer. So my other question is, do you use a spray or non-spray? Or sometimes I use the coconut oil, or I just butter it and just. But people are saying don't use the spray. So I was just
No, I
wondering.
don't. I don't use a spray. Most things are really good about not sticking to the air fryer things. So,
Mhm.
I generally don't use a spray. There are some recipes, like especially potato ones, that
Mhm.
do call for oil, and there's like one of the chicken ones the chicken one that I read you earlier did call for oil. So there's some that will call for oil as part of the recipe. But yeah, I don't.
I was just curious.
I did sometimes spray my older one because I found things were a little bit more likely to stick to it. But this new one, I definitely don't spray. So
Well, that's good to know. I was just curious what others
yeah.
use. Right now, I just use the coconut oil or sometimes the butter.
Yep.
But what have I cooked in there? I cooked cinnamon rolls from Pillsbury. I cooked biscuit in there. I cooked butterfly shrimp, Johnsonville Italian sausage. I do want to learn how to do the meatballs in there, pre-cooked meatballs. I don't know. Do you have any recipe for meatballs?
Oh, I do not, but I can try to see if I can come up with something real quick. Pre-cooked ones should be pretty easy to do, though.
Yeah. I'm not the one that get the mixing bowl out and hand roll it, make it.
Right.
Everything's pre-cooked, pre-made, even with the.
Is there a
hamburgers.
particular Is there a particular brand of frozen meatball you buy, or?
What? I think I get mine. It's called Home Style from Kroger. It's like
All right.
but I mainly use it for the crock pot. I make spaghetti and that in my crock pot and that with the sauce. But I was wondering if I could just put it in the air fryer.
I don't see. I mean, I personally don't see why you couldn't. You could just easily experiment with a few, see how they turn out. But I personally don't know of any reason why you couldn't.
And one more thing, and I'll let you go. And one last thing I want to try is hush puppies.
Oh, there you go. Hey Google. Hey Google. Set timer for 1 minute. Yeah, hush puppy. Yep, hush puppies should be really good. You might need those at a little bit of a higher temperature, depending on how crisp or soft you want them. But yeah, definitely. That's interesting. I should try those. Okay. Yeah, I wonder how fried okra would do in the air fryer as well. Okay. So I now put some butter on the buns, and I've now put them in the air fryer as Lynn suggested. So we're gonna see how those turn out in just a little bit here. All right. Do we have anybody else?
Yes, Penny.
Penny.
I had a question about, do you turn over the person that mentioned they cook steaks in the microwave, in the air fryer? Do you turn over the steaks while you're cooking them, or can you leave them on the one side?
Hey Google, stop. Okay, that is a very good question. Who was it that mentioned the steaks a minute ago, and I'm drawing a blank on your name. Oh, it was Rick. Is Rick still here? Rick, are you still here? Okay, these buns look good.
Just let me see.
This is Lauren here.
Yes.
Rick had to go to work. But I will ask him that question, and hopefully he'll get back to you on a future call. Or
perfect. Then he can always definitely have him do that, or reach out to me through community@acb.org, and I will pass that information on to anybody that wants it. So that's a very good question. Turn over the steaks or not? I'm thinking no, myself, but just with the way the air fryer cooks.
That's what I was thinking, that you didn't have to turn them over.
Yeah. But yeah, if you could definitely ask him so we can know for sure.
So when you cooked the hamburgers, did you have to turn them over? Or you
I
just
did
cooked
not.
them You did not. Okay,
I did not.
So how much oil do you put, like if you use a little olive oil, How much do you put in there?
It depends on the recipe. Like for the hamburgers, I didn't use any because it didn't. These are just hamburgers. But
like if you were cooking chicken breast,
I would just use a little bit, like no more than a couple of tablespoons.
Okay. And then you said that you were putting salt. It was like a tablespoon of salt. It seemed like a lot of salt.
A teaspoon.
A teaspoon of salt.
I misread that. That was my bad.
Yeah, I wondered about that because I thought, oh, that's a lot of salt.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
All right. Great questions. Okay. All right. Anybody else?
Yes, Lynn Moore.
Yes.
I'm just answering the question of the turning over the steaks. You do not have to turn over the steaks.
All right.
And the only time you really have to turn over, I think, well, no, that's not true. If you have, like, if you're air frying vegetables, you do have to stir them up a little bit in the basket sometimes. But a lot of times, I will say this, a lot of times you don't have to turn stuff over, but if you have to put, some recipes call for parchment paper in your fryer, and if you use that, you do have to turn it generally.
Ah, good to know.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I just want to answer that question. Thank you.
Okay, I like this bun idea, by the way.
Yes, it's good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Next hand is Julie.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. So the salt thing was actually a perfect segue to my suggestion. But if you were looking for maybe healthier cooking topics, maybe you guys could look at doing some things that are low sodium.
Low sodium. Okay. Excuse me. All right.
I'll also write that down, Herbie.
All right.
Because I have a file in Bob that's interests for the cooking corner.
All right.
So I'll put low sodium.
Perfect. Okay. Anybody else? Any other raised hands?
No other raised hands right now.
All right.
And it's about 54. I know you're an hour and a half, but...
All right. Well, we're going to leave the stream here in a minute, and just real briefly remind you, first of all, for those of you listening on the stream, if you've not already done so, make sure you subscribe to community at acb.org, and that way you can get a list of all the calls that are happening, including some that Danette and Diane do themselves, like All Paws on Deck, which is what Danette does, and Thursday Nightcap, which is what Diane does. And there's also plenty of other calls happening today, such as homophones, games to play with Lady A. Those are being streamed on 5, but there's plenty of calls happening that are not. Like the calls I just mentioned from Danette and Diane, those are not streamed. Same with the cats call. That's not being streamed. Yeah, we can talk about dogs and cats on the community today if you want. Don't tell them, though. We've got Braille calls. We've got conversational French, crafting, a whole lot. So just subscribe to community, write an email to community@acb.org and include your name and email address and say, please add me to the community list. That's all you do. And they take care of the rest. So with that, Heidi did send me the schedules. I've not looked to see what we're doing next week.
Becky, I believe, is coming back.
Oh, that's okay. Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Becky.
So we'll see if Becky will come back next week and cook for us once again. And
following.
Yep.
Pizza Crazy.
All right. So yes, and we did do the air fryer donuts a while back. I remember now. Those were the ones with those frozen biscuits.
Yep.
And let's see if I can bring up that recipe though real quick to remind everybody of what we did. And again, wanting to know if people are interested in any healthy types of cooking. I know we can do some plant-based things. Like things involving nuts and grains and things like that. And we've already had a request for low sodium. With the plant-based, we can do things from meals to desserts to... Okay, so we've actually air fried donuts. Here we go. So 1 can of Pillsbury biscuits, 1/2 cup unsalted butter that's melted, 1/2 cup sugar, 1/4 cup brown sugar, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon ground cinnamon. And by the way, also just a reminder to everybody, you can subscribe to the ACB Cooks list. You'll find the link to that in the Tuesday emails. And there you can also get things like the previous recipes. I send out the Dropbox link to all my recipe files. And so you make the sugar coating in a large bowl with the brown sugar, white sugar, cinnamon, and butter, and stir. And then you make the donuts by putting a hole in the biscuit. And then you can make extra donut holes. And those you do at a lower temperature for 360. And then you check them at 8 minutes, so there you go. Different recipes will call for different air fry temperatures. We've also done those hot air fryer hot chicken and ham and cheese wraps. Those are pretty good. So we've done a couple of air fryer things on the call, but I wanted to delve more into it today. Okay, so this is the last call for raised hands.
At this point, Dale.
Dale.
Yes.
Hi, Herbie. Just one last thing. What I found out, I'm like a peanut butter jelly guy on toast, and I found it easier to get like that uncrustable that's in the frozen section, and I just dropped that in there for like 3 or 4 minutes, and voila, I got a toast peanut butter and jelly.
Well, there you go.
Next to Julie.
And Herbie, we have about a minute on the stream.
All right.
I can wait a second if you need to wrap up.
We're just thanking everybody who is listening on the stream side. Remember, we're on here for a couple more minutes, but we're probably going to be wrapping up soon, so hurry on here if you want to contribute anything. All right, go ahead, Julie.
Yeah, so I just wondered, do you know if they make like a waffle iron plate for the air fryer? Like if you wanted to make your own homemade waffles? I know, I'm like ambitious today.
That is definitely ambitious. I have not heard of such a thing.
I know they have like a George Foreman waffle maker, but that's not air fryer.
No. That might be hard to do in the air fryer. I don't know. Because you'd have to get the
stream.
All right. Because you'd have to get the batter in there and all that. Definitely ambitious, though.
No more hands right now.
All right. Well, folks, as you can hear, this tastes delicious. Very professional on this call, you know how it goes. I want to thank every one of you for coming. I have not had a chance to look at my Zoom to see all who was here, but I know I heard from quite a bit of you, including some first-timers. And for your first-timers, I hope this won't be your last. And also, just a reminder, if you would like to do a presentation on the cooking call 1 week, talk to me, and we'll get you set up, or talk to my secretary Heidi, and she'll do that, get you set up, and just
we're
reach
pretty
out.
open in May.
Yep.
I know that. We're pretty open in May. I think we have one opening in April.
All right. And I know you'll all come back to listen to Kayla when she shows us how to make bread in the beginning of April. So that'll be good. And Danette was recently a guest on the cooking call as well, actually, not too long ago. So and we've had Diane on here as well, and she talked. She wasn't even cooking. She was talking about how her husband and her make Italian sausage. And it's not for everybody, but it was a very unique recipe. So we cover all aspects of cooking here on the cooking call. That's my whole point. So we'd like to hear from you as well. So, all right. I want to thank Danette and Diane for hosting and connecting and moderating and streaming. I want to thank, like I said, each and every one of you, whether you participated, whether you just listened, for coming. And last call for, and of course I also do take suggestions on future things we should cook as well. And with that, this is the last call for hands.
None right now.
All right. Well, on that note, then, we are going to end this for today. We'll be back next week. So, Danette, Diane, you may end.
We have my hand
Oh,
now.
okay.
Hazel.
Hazel.
Real quick, low carb meals. That's what I'm into.
Low
I
carb.
will-
All right.
I will put that down. Low carb meals.
All right. Excellent. Good to know. All right.
And thank you, Herbie.
You're welcome. All right. Then now you may end the respective rooms.
Oh, right.
Okay, closing Clubhouse.
I'm gonna close the door.